Man, wake up! You still haven't made a YouTube video yet. Relax, man, I'm just resting to clear my mind. Once I wake up, I'll make the YouTube video. Bro, you know that's not true. You're just gonna sleep for 5 extra hours and do absolutely nothing. Shh! Hello everyone, this is A Cup of Life Lessons. And this was me about 10 minutes before writing the script of this video. And let's be honest, sleep is a beautiful thing. In fact, it was voted the #1 best thing for a Tom Scott video. Especially right now when the outside world is literally a burning hell, we could all use a little more sleep, a little more binge watching, a little more time to clear our minds. But man, this statement, a little more time, is dangerous. In the end, time is limited and we can't always keep saying a little more time. But why does this make sense? Well, sit back, grab yourself a coffee, and in this video, I'm going to explain why knowing this is so important. If you've browsed social media before, you've probably had at least one moment where you were sitting in bed, absolutely hungover and sleep deprived, looking at unfunny memes and videos. Then you put your phone away for a second, open your phone again, and instinctively open the same social media app to see if anything's changed. You may have also had moments where you were playing games for no particular reason. Like for me, I would sometimes just find myself in Clash of Clans, watching the builders do their thing even though you know for a fact that just awkwardly staring there won't accomplish anything. I mean really, 13 days. And in the end, we all know why we do this. Because we don't want to do anything else. A lot of people say that during these times in this pandemic, it's important to take long breaks off, to take time to escape from reality, even just for a little bit. But the truly important thing to acknowledge is, no matter how much you sleep or stare at cats on social media, your problems just won't disappear. They just won't. And this is why this thing called escapism is so bad. If you continually approach all of your time off with an escapist attitude, the more you'll want to run away from your problems. And what sucks the most about time is that it's linear. Your problems will always catch up to you in the end. But this is what procrastination is all about. The more time you spend escaping from the problem itself, the more difficult it is to actually start, which you will have to do eventually. The important thing is to not mistake escapism with leisure. Leisure is good. In fact, leisure and pastimes are necessary for good mental health. Our brains need a variety of enjoyable activities, like sleep or video games, in moderation in order to remain both focused and healthy. And yes, even social media can be used as a leisurely activity in some cases.
Hi, Twitter users.
But things become muddled when we begin to use these pastimes to avoid thinking about our issues. For example, you could say life is like participating in a long, grueling marathon that runs through a forest. A leisurely activity would be taking a small break to catch your breath or drink some water. A moment of rest and respite that allows you to keep on running. On the other hand, escapism is when you decide to take a break to catch your breath, but then decide to eat a snack and pitch up a tent to stay for the night. Then you eventually forget about the marathon entirely, decide to cook yourself a sausage buffet, and then end up getting mauled by a bear. See what I mean? You can have a moment of leisure without forgetting about what's really important. However, the more you lose control of your pastimes to help you forget about your problems, the more they become necessities or addictions that eventually backfire. Here's a good mental exercise to see if you really use your pastimes for leisure or escapism. Set a timer for your activity. If taking naps is your pastime, which is also usually mine as well, can you really get up when that timer ends? Can you put down the phone when it says you've reached a certain amount of screen time? Can you really stop the game after one more turn when you say to yourself, one more turn? The point is to readily and promptly be able to face the world once that timer ends. In fact, it relates to a Latin phrase that you may have heard before. Memento mori. Remember death. I might make another video on this in the future. But the Roman Emperor, Marcus Aurelius, also put it into really good words. People try to get away from it all. Through naps, through video games, through Insta, to the country, to the beach, to the mountains. You always wish that you could too, which is idiotic. You could get away from it anytime you like by going within. Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul. So yeah, life is hard, but there's no running from your circumstances. The best thing you can do is make your circumstances better, with better decisions, and just start. Alright, so you finished the YouTube video. That's cool and all, but don't you have a math test you've got to study for? Hey there, Persona, no need to remind me. I'll get to it after a short nap. Okay, but for how long? 3 hours? No. 2 hours? Bruh. Half an hour? Okay.